Hello, this is Leslie. Today we are in Kuala Lumpur and we're doing a little run around the connections between the KTM, Komuter and the Kuala+Jaya LRT line. There are 4 stations that we're going to be looking at. Kuala Lumpur KTM and Pasar+Seni connection, KL Sentral, Abdullah+Hukum+Station and Subang+Jaya. And today we're starting our trip from Gardens Mall and Abdullah+Hukum+Station, station number 3. We're in the Gardens Mall and we're going to head for the KTM and LRT stations at Abdullah+Hukum. Level 1 is the one you want, and there's a toilet just in front and escalators so you can come up or down from there. And there's a sign just to make sure you know you're on the right track is here. And the entrance is just beside the bathrooms, and the toilets are nice and clean. Here we go. This is the way to Abdullah+Hukum+Station. There's a little ramp, so it's wheelchair accessible. Now you're going to have, it's closed from 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. There aren't any trains running then anyway, and the mall is closed. Now we're in the middle of the walkover and we're entering KL Eco City. From here you might like to look along the river. It's not the most beautiful river in the world. Okay, so the view is not great, but that's KL over there in that direction. And we've just come from the Gardens Mall, and over the other side of the gardens is Mid-Valley. The other way here, the train goes down to Port Klang in that direction there. It's coming from where we are now, behind us. And now we're going through Eco City, and the station is just over the other side. Lots of nice smells here. You can pick up a snap as you go. This is the way to the trains. This one's just a short walk over to the stations, and down below is the entrance to the train. So if you're being dropped off, or you get a taxi, or you're picking up a ride hire, you can get them down there. So that's the actual entrance to the Abdullah+Hukum+Station. There is a lift, but unfortunately it seems to be out of order. And you can get the KTM timetable from the QR code at the top. It knows where you are and it'll give you the next train. We're going to go down, but let's have a look over here first and see what we can see. Right, this is the KTM side. And we're not catching the train today, but that's where you go. You go through there. So you'll have to go, from the concourse down the bottom, you can get up here by the escalator on the left, where we're standing now, and there's one going down on this side. The escalators down to the platform there on the left of where we're standing don't seem to be working. They've been blocked off. But the right ones seem to be going down. So if you're going down to that platform, which is the one going to Port Klang, that escalator seems to be working. I think there are steps down just close here, and there should be a lift. Oh no, it's not an escalator, it's stairs. So off we go. Right, we're down the bottom of the stairs now, and this is the KTM entrance that we saw just a minute ago. Go through here, tap in. You can use touch and go to get in. That's the best way to get access. Customer service, and you can probably get tickets over there as well. I find that the KTM people are generally fairly helpful. Now we're going to catch the LRT, and we will be going through this entrance. It's to the right of the entrance for the KTM. There are a couple of little stalls in here and a little Family Mart vending machine with snacks in it. There are ticket machines, or those ones seem to only take cash and shillings and notes, so have your cash handy for that one. Some machines in some locations do take credit cards. There is a ticket counter if you need to get some assistance, and customer service. Right, I think we've just missed one, but let's go in anyway. This line is known as the Kuala+Lumpur+Station line, but the end station is actually Putra Heights, which is the extension to the original line. We're going to go around the other way here, and we're going to go up to the platform and head to KL. We're here at Abdullah+Hukum+Station, and we'll be going to past KL Sentral and Pasar+Seni. KL Sentral is also an interchange station, and you can see all the things that you can change to. KTM, the MRT, the LRT. This is the Kuala+Lumpur and Gombak line, so we'll be heading in the direction of Gombak, although we're only going a couple of stations. You can see the KTM lines down below. This is the Pasar+Station. There's a train down on the rails below. That's KTM train.
Stesen berikutnya, KL Sentral Walkway. Stesen sambungan ke MRT Laluan Kacang, Laluan Monorail KL, KTM dan ERL.
There's KL Sentral.
Next station, KL Sentral Walkway. Connecting station to MRT Kacang Line, KL Monorail Line, KTM and ERL.
At KL Sentral, you can go down the escalators, and the train is also just nearby. Let's go down and have a look. To the exits. This is the exit from the LRT, and if you want to change to the various other services, the KTM+Komuter is a short walk across. They have entrances on both sides, so you can go in that one directly where I'm pointing the camera, or there's another one across the other side, and let me see if I can get that. You can get to the monorail as well. Go left up the staircase. There's also a connection to the MRT by turning right, and it's probably about a 10-minute walk across to the museum, and that there's a station there. KLIA Transit is just next door, and KLIA Express is over the other side of the concourse. There's an entrance also directly opposite this one, so there you can go in or out either side. Just the same as the KTM has 2 entrances, one on either side. To go to Putra Heights, you turn right to platform 2, and to Gombak, you go to platform 1 on your left. We're going one more station to Pasar+Seni.
Next station, Pasar+Seni.
One of the nice things about going on a driverless train is that you can really see where you're going and you get a good view of things. There are some quite interesting things. There's the old KL railway station over to our left, and there's a couple of other interesting buildings down here on our right. There's the city. And this is the one that we all call the walkie-talkie. And this is Pasar+Seni. At Pasar+Seni, you've got a few choices. You can go across to the MRT by turning around behind you, doing a U-turn off the escalator and following the walkway across. You can also exit here, which will take you down onto the road, and then you can cross over to Pasar+Seni, the central market. But we are going to go back around this way, and we're going to go across to the old KL station. The entrance to the MRT. There are 2 sets of escalators and a lift, and there's the lift there. They're doing some renovation at the moment. But today we're going to go across to KL station. This is the oldest railway station in Kuala Lumpur. That's how long the platform is. Right along to where you see the domes, the platforms are actually there, so it's a fair step. We're going across the river, and the railway station's way down there, so it is quite a step. Do be prepared. Allow about 10 minutes to walk if you're catching the train, because the platform is very, very long. These will give you tickets for the LRT, Rapid KL, MRT, anything that takes Rapid KL tickets. The KTM uses a different one. You can just use your touch and go. Let's see if the travellators are actually working. They have travellators here, and let's see if we can save our legs a bit. Are they working, do you think? Let's have a look. Nope, they aren't working. Oh, the one on the other side is. There, that one's working. So people going over that way, okay, but we don't have a working one. So off we go. This is about 100 metres or so across. Just close to the LRT is another walkway. It's not connected to the LRT here, it's connected to the KTM, so we'll walk back that way later. If the travelator was working, it would save you a little bit. You can see the tracks down over there, and the trains stop way around the corner underneath that bridge. So it is quite a way. You've got to make sure you get the right platform. If you don't, there is a walking bridge that goes across. This is the Kuala+Lumpur+Station, which has now been reopened to all the trains going through here. So if you're catching a train, this is quite a good place to go, especially if you want to avoid the peak hour traffic and get a seat if you're going to Port Klang or Seremban. You might miss out if you wait to KL Sentral, so it's a good tip to know. Customer service, they're quite helpful here. And around to this direction behind where we are here, this is the walkway to take you to Dayabumi. We have a separate video on that. You can get a ticket from the machine if there's nobody manning the counters. Once you go in, there's a lift just round behind the customer service. There are two entrances here. If you want to go to Pasar+Seni, where those people are coming out there, you can walk through on the outside, and we'll do that now. There are steps that take you down to Jalan Tun Sambanthan, and you can walk around there in that direction, heading towards the Central Market. We'll have a look at that one in a minute. There are the train lines down below. This is the one we walked over on the way to the KL station, and to come back we walked outside to join the one you see on our right. We've just turned right, and this will take us back into Pasar+Seni+Station. Alright, let's go. Oh dear. Oh. If you need to top up your balance, use one of the machines near the turnstiles. Not this one, these are both down, so we have to go all the way to the other side. Both these ones are up escalators. There we go, the Subang+Jaya, KTM and LRT station is the fourth of the connector stations with the LRT and KTM. Subang+Jaya station is the fourth of the stations for KTM to LRT. They're just beside each other, so it's quite an easy connection. But again, they're integrated but not same ticket. You have to check out of one and check into the other. There is a lift at the back, otherwise you have to use the steps or the escalator. And there is a down escalator as well, so it's not too bad. Yes, the lift is actually a little further down. It opens here, so you can be dropped by the side of the road and the lift comes out here. There's your LRT station through there, and the railway station, KTM, is on the right. When you come off the train, or if you want to go onto the train, these are the turnstiles, on and off, and it's down to the platform below. The one to Port Klang is on the right as you go down, and the one to KL is on the left. There's a ticket counter, and you can scan the QR code for the timetables. There's a map over there of the whole network, all the network across the Klang Valley, and that connection there will take you over the road, the UOB buildings. The Subang+Jaya LRT station, Kelana-Jaya line, is this one here. So it's straight through, and ticket counters are there. Tap in and out here, and up the escalator or the steps, and the lift, I believe, is behind the escalator. There are ticket machines over here, and you can get snacks and a cuppa before you go, but you're not supposed to drink them on there. Alright? There you go. We hope you've enjoyed our video and would like to see more. Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.